learning all of this myself. Hi, everybody. Actually, here, I put a ponytail so my hair wouldn't get in the way, but let's see. Hola. Hi, everybody. We're gonna be making Taco Bell's Mexican pizzas. Hola. Hi, everyone. Okay, so we're live on Facebook in 2 different places, and I am recording the Zoom. So I think I got everything set up. That's not gonna work because of my ponytail. I put my hair in a ponytail because yesterday we made poke bombs and poke bowls. Oh my God, that was amazing. You guys gotta watch the video. And my hair kept getting in the way and it's like hot in the kitchen. So today I said, oh, I am going to wear a ponytail, which actually I worked at Taco Bell when I was 15 for 3 years. And we had to wear a ponytail and a net. Remember that, you guys? So, and a hat. And my uniform was brown and it was so cute. I wish I had it. Well, I wouldn't be able to fit it. But anyways, I am Tracy Fernandez. I am an elite 3-star Tupperware director with Legacy Party Sales and Ipumama team and organization. And I am so excited as usual. Sorry, I'm just fixing everything so everything's good. I want to thank you all for joining us either live or watching the replay. So thank you so much. In Hawaii, we say mahalo. Mahalo so much for joining us for making Taco Bell's Mexican pizzas. And I'm excited because they took it off the menu, right? And I heard someone on a video say, what was his name? I just found him. He's a chef. But anyways, he made a jumbo Mexican pizza and I actually want to make that. But he said he thinks they took it off the menu because it was not a high stellar. Because why would they take it off the menu if it was a high stellar? I think some people don't know about it, but I was actually working there when it came out. So it's one of my favorite menu items and I've never made it, never in my life. I make taco dinner night all the time. It's like my specialty, but I've never made Mexican pizzas. And my cousin, her name is Malina, and I posted something about it or something to that effect. And she's like, she makes it all the time. She actually joined our Tupperware team recently. I've worked years and years and years to get her to join our Tupperware team, and she finally did. But anyways, she's going to be chefing it up today. Mexican pizzas. I have all my ingredients here, so I'm going to like follow along because like I said, I've never made it. But anyways, I just typed it up earlier. Maybe she can share with us which Mexican food chain she was a manager for, and then come to find out as her and I were messaging each other earlier, she was actually manager at a whole bunch of different places. So that's awesome. For those of you that have worked at fast food restaurants, you know the standards are really, really, really high. Like when I worked at Taco Bell, oh my gosh, I could spend a long time explaining to you guys the standards that we had was just unbelievable. So I learned a lot from that job. I really did. And that's why not only the food and the cooking, but that's why taco dinner night is, again, one of my specialties. And it's actually one of my favorite foods. So I usually just make like soft tacos, hard tacos, nachos, and all that good stuff, right? There's a lot of other dishes too, but Mexican pizza at home, I am so excited about that. I don't think I'll ever buy one again. I did buy before they took it off the menu. I have not bought since they brought it back on, and I probably won't because now I'm going to make my own. So Malina is going to take the floor, and then I'm going to show some products too a little later. But again, I'm so excited. I'm hungry. Okay. Let's see, Malina, I'm going to pin you So that way everybody will be able to see. Oh, I just thought about it. On the Facebook Live, I think I'm gonna have to go off because I'm not gonna be cooking. Malina is. Malina said, can you hear me? Because I don't know about this stuff. You guys, I'm still learning myself. Let's see, how is this gonna work? On my regular Facebook page, I'm gonna have to go off, I think. So whoever's watching on my regular Facebook page, you can go to Tracy and Robert Fernandez's page and we'll be live there because we are live there. So that will work, right? And I am recording this Zoom, so I can always share that later when I download it to YouTube. It's a process, you guys, and learning, even though we've been virtual for a long time, even before COVID, I'm still learning all this stuff. It is definitely a process. Okay, so let me pin Malina. I'm so excited to learn this. Oh, okay, let's see more. Okay, add pin. And I am going to remove the pin for me for now. Okay, yeah, because I want later on, I'll pin me again when I talk about some of the different products too. So everybody on my regular Facebook page, goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Malina is going to actually be doing the demo. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, Malina, I see you. Okay. And I'm going to mute myself.
And you can hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so without further ado, Malina is going to be sharing with us Taco Bell's Mexican pizzas. And remind everyone what Mexican restaurant you're a manager for and the other places that you're a manager for.
Okay. I've managed pretty much everywhere. The Mexican chain I managed was a Del Taco, so we didn't have the Mexican pizza, but this is the only thing my husband gets from Taco Bell, and we don't really go there too often, but when we do, this is the only thing he gets. So I also managed a few Dairy Queens, a couple of Arby's, a Pizza Hut, and I think that might be it. And I managed a kiosk where we sold glasses and handbags for ladies. But so right now I just have my stove on. It's on medium high, depending on your cookware. I'm just browning my meat right now. I could show you. I'm new to this too, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm browning the meat in my little pan. I'm gonna put you guys on. And the recipe we have calls for refried beans, but in the store I couldn't find refried beans. So I just have whole pinto beans, which I'm just gonna put into meat also. And then we have the red enchilada sauce. I don't know how to make this sauce, or I would make it also, but yeah, I just buy the can. We also have a lot of like we pre-cut some of the things. I'm going to show you guys how to use the chopper and everything, but we also did pre-cut some of these things. So like we have some of the onions already cut. We had grated some cheeses and bought some shredded cheeses, so we have that already done. These bowls are great. They stack like this, and when they're not being used, you can put them in each other, right? There's the large, the medium, and the small. These are very excellent. But right now we're just browning the meat. You guys know it takes a while to brown the meat. So if you're following along, you're in this wait with me, I guess. I tried to start a little bit earlier so that way we weren't sitting here for a long time waiting for the meat to brown, but that's why I was a little bit late. But I guess maybe we live and learn, I guess. But we make the Mexican pizzas about once a week because it's super fast and easy. I actually usually make it on Saturdays or Sundays, Sundays, or Mondays, because that's like our kind of weekend. Since I'm a stay-at-home mom and I homeschool, our weekdays are kind of different from everyone else. But Saturday is church. Sunday is usually the day I come and see my mom and brother here. This is actually the kitchen I'm cooking from because they have a bigger kitchen and it's nicer. But yeah, I'm just browning meat. While we wait for the meat to brown, I can show you guys how the chopper works, which is actually the best thing I think that we have that I own, actually. Let me just put that I own. It saved me so much time chopping. I really don't even pick up a knife anymore. And I used to spend a lot of time looking for like good knives that lasted a long time, but this chopper really does amazing. And it cuts a lot finer than I ever could and a lot faster than I could even dream of. But so the chopper, this is the supersonic chopper. It is the new version, I guess. Every 10 years, they redo patents and improve on items. And this is one of the things that they improved on recently. It also comes with a mini here. We're not going to be using the mini today. Sorry, I needed to get a couple of the other ingredients. But this is the new mini chopper. It just comes apart. This little part here, the top part, goes onto the mini. It also has a medium size that it goes onto. So this is just like the universal size to activate, I guess, your chopper and everything. There's also, hold on one second. There's also this cool little whipper thing instead of the chopper thing. So I use this for pancake mix. My daughter Aurelia loves waffles in the morning. So I just put everything in here, mix it up real quick, and then we're ready to go in like 50 seconds. So today we're just gonna be chopping stuff up. So just put the ring on, put the blade in, check on your meat just in case. You don't want it to be burning. So this tomato that we have, we grew, right? And well, my mom grew, but we got this tomato here. I put it in this Fridge Smart, which is also something that we offer. It's amazing. It comes with this its own little vent thing on the top. So it's like a drawer. It's like your vegetable drawer, just in a container. So I did use the knife to just cut it in half. I'm actually not sure if you don't need to cut it in half, but I'm not trying to push my luck with any appliances that I own. So I just take the tomatoes, put it in here. Okay, and then we also have the blade attachment down in there too. This part here, you just stick it onto this middle part and everything kind of locks in. Like you'll press down on it and turn it and it just locks in. So right before I do this, I'm going to check on my meat one last time. I said we don't want to be burning the meat, you know? Times are hard. We can't be wasting and messing food up. So, okay. So now we have the chopper. The way we chop is this little thing here, right? It's got a little cord, you see, like a lawnmower, right? So you just pull it just like a lawnmower. It's a lot easier than a lawnmower. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. But that was one turn.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. And then you just do this. It might be a little, I might have done it a little too much. No, actually it's perfect. Let me show you. So we take it all apart. And then let me try to get a close up. If you guys can see. I see I did miss a couple of pieces, but it took me like 30 seconds, right? When usually it would take maybe minutes, right? So, but you're still just saving, even if it's saving just a couple of minutes, that's still a couple of minutes that you can be spending seasoning your meat, maybe checking on the kids, seeing what the husband's doing. I mean, it is Sunday, so maybe football. I'm not sure. I'm not a sports person. I don't know what they do on Sundays. So now I'm just using, these are the tomatoes I cut up earlier. And I'm just gonna spoon these tomatoes right on top of the ones that I had earlier. Try not to spill because I am a mess. So now we have our chopped up tomatoes. This is actually probably a lot more than we're going to need, but it doesn't matter really. This here is, it's not like really made for tomatoes, I guess, but I used it today because it just fit. This is one of our Tupperware vent cook things. Has a little vent for when you microwave your food. It's great for like lunch and breakfast and stuff. Now we're just gonna put the tomatoes to the side. The meat should be maybe almost done. I'm not sure. For you guys,
Did
I
we?
just saw that. I just saw
Okay.
that. I'm sorry. What was the last thing we heard?
The last thing I heard you say is about checking the meat.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just still browning the meat. Let me show you guys how it is now. I spooned out some of the grease. That's what I was actually telling you guys about. And I made a joke about calories. I'm sorry. But so yeah, so I'm just spooning the meat out or the grease out of the meat. And what I had said was I'm not going to take all the grease out. You can if you want to. It's a lot healthier. But we believe in a little bit of the grease in all of our foods. And again, I apologize. I'm sorry. So again, like I said, we have to kind of improvise a little bit on our recipe because I couldn't find like the refried beans and stuff like that. So I have the pinto beans here. Now we're gonna do taco seasoning in this. If you want to do whatever seasonings you can. Like I saw there was like pre-made fajita seasoning and stuff. I'm going to be using the 2/3 cup. I don't know if you guys can see that. The 2/3 cup. You know what? I could put the beans in the chopper. You're absolutely right. Let me stir this and I will do that actually. Okay. So do you think I should heat them up before the chopper or chop them and then heat them up?
You can chop them and then heat them up, I think. It
Okay.
doesn't really matter, but that's what I would do.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Great teamwork.
Okay, I say use whatever you have and whatever you can find.
Right.
And I actually was watching different videos and one lady made hers with the black canned beans. Oh, which one are you? Well, she used these. Oh, my video is off. I didn't realize my video was off. But she used the black beans, these. So I mean you could use any kind of beans, really.
Actually, my other mom, my second mom, Maria, I think she's here now. She has the best beans. They take like all day to make, and that's usually how I'll make my beans, but I didn't have all day to make them. I actually did. I had a lot of time to prep for this, but I'm lazy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Right, and I didn't put my blog about this yet, but I did talk about that too, that you can make your own beans and you can make them in the Tupperware pressure cooker, and it's as if you cooked it all day long. Of course, you can do it in a slow cooker or on the stove top, but the pressure cooker, you could do dry beans in there too and make your own. And I know that tastes way, way better.
Right. That sounds great. Okay, so now we chopped up these beans. Okay, that was a great idea. Thanks, guys. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put that in a pot and kind of let that heat up on the side. Okay. And then as I'm cooking, since everything's kind of going to be mixed up together anyways, I kind of just roughly rinse my chopper out between, because it's not going to make too much of a difference. Okay, so as we're making the meat, we're just gonna keep chopping it and stuff. Right now, it's kind of still a little bit chunky, but let me show you what we got here. There's the meat. And then here is our beans here. I got that on medium. And then as we're doing this, we should turn on our oven, preheat our oven to 400 degrees. What I do is I just put the tortillas in the oven, and you could deep fry them if you want, but we just don't. So I'm just gonna pop them in the oven until they get a little bit crispy. I usually try to make the bottom one a little bit more crispy than the top one, just because I think it's structurally, I think it feels better in your mouth to have one crunchy and one not, if that makes sense. Okay, and as we're waiting for the tortillas, I will show you the onion. I will chop the onion for you in the chopper and show you that. Like I said, this chopper has saved me so much time chopping. I never realized how much time I actually spent chopping. Especially if you make like a bolognese sauce. I make a bolognese sauce, and that took me maybe like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours of just chopping and chopping and chopping all my vegetables and everything just to get it all nice and fine. And still sometimes I would complain that it wasn't fine enough. But this really just does the job for me. In fractions of the time. So again, I just kind of roughly just chop the onions. I said it could probably handle the onions, but I don't want to break my chopper. I really love my chopper. So I said we just have the chopper on, and we're just gonna pull this. This is how we chop. If you can see, it'll turn like that, just like a lawnmower. And it's so great that my daughter, who's 11, she actually does this. I've had my 5-year-old, well, 6-year-old, sorry. I've had her pull on it. My mom actually helped me earlier chop the first batch of onions too. But again, I know the recipe, I think it calls for green onions, but I couldn't find the green onions, but I have white onions. Again, we're just gonna put this in our little bowl. This is the smaller bowl of the stackable bowls that I was showing earlier, the green and the pink bowl. And this one fits perfectly inside the pink bowl. And they're so wonderful. The lids even fit on top. So you can close them up and then put them in the bigger bowl and then close that up and then put it in the other bowl and then close that up. So you'll never lose those lids. I know I've lost so many lids just throughout my life. So now we have the onions made. That's all done. And you see how it took like a minute maybe? I know it takes me a little bit longer because I like to talk, but
You're doing amazing, by the way.
thank you.
She just came into Tupperware, you guys. This is her first demo and she's killing it. I love it.
So right now I have the chopper put to the side. I'm actually gonna wash it out because I kind of have a surprise. I want to make a smoothie for you guys too, because I know tomorrow is barbecue day, or maybe today's barbecue day. And I know it's hot outside, and so I just have a real quick one that you can whip up in your chopper. You can have it tonight. You can have it with your little Mexican pizzas, and it's super adjustable too. You'll see when I make it. It's super fast, quick, and easy. You can use whatever flavors you want. It's honestly just a juice, some type of frozen fruit. We have a mix of fruit, and that's it. And your chopper, or I guess a blender. If you have a blender, it probably works great too. So now, yes, now our meat should be done. You might have to chop it a little bit to get it small as you can. And like Tracy said, right, I managed a Del Taco. So when we did tortillas to make them crunchy, we just had this little heated press iron thing. And I know she worked at the Taco Bell, so maybe it's the same, I'm not sure. Now we have just, ooh, it's a little bit hot. Just a little bit of crispiness. The other side I didn't really toast. That one's a little bit done. A little bit of crispiness. I feel like structurally it just feels better when you take a bite and you have all that nice soft gooey stuff in the middle, and then that like crispy also. I think that it just feels good. Okay, I am gonna step away for just like a couple of minutes because I need to wash out the chopper. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just gonna dry everything off. Because we cooked or not cooked, I'm sorry, because we chopped the onions, I didn't want to have the onions to be in the fruit drink. And I know you guys don't have the ingredients for it, but it's just a little surprise. I said super easy to make though, and it'll be, if you needed to, you could run out and it'll be totally easy to find, customizable too, to your taste. Okay, so now we have the second tortillas. I'm just gonna take them out. And I said, this is how I make them, and this is how my family likes to eat them. I'm not sure if Taco Bell was different, or if you guys can come up with like easier or better ways, but this is just the way that I like to make them and my family likes them. So now we have pretty much everything set up. So now all we have to do is the putting everything together, right? And for me, the putting everything together is the fun part. I don't know, it's just fun. So on your bottom tortilla, which is the one I crisped a little more, you're gonna take your refried beans that we made. Actually, let me show you guys everything I have done. I said, I'm sorry, this is the first time I'm doing all of this. So, well, like in front of people. But these are my tortillas. I got them done, the crispy, the not so crispy. See, they're still kind of crispy, but they're still kind of flimsy. We have our taco meat here, our red enchilada sauce. You can use green if you want. You can use homemade. I just don't know how to make that sauce just yet. And then our refried beans, which actually I'm super excited to try. I didn't even think to chop them up in the chopper. That is a genius idea. So now we're just gonna spread the refried beans. I hope you guys can see it.
Yes, we can.
Okay. My brother was helping me set up, and he's actually why you guys can see me and it's not super dark is because he said I needed better lighting. But he was telling me maybe I need a tripod and it'll be better.
So
Maybe I'll have to take him up on that idea.
I will send you the one that I got. I love it. And
Oh, okay.
it was only like $20.
Oh, nice.
I know.
This is just a little bit of the beans on here. And you can put as much beans as you want. I don't really know how much beans people are gonna want. I just try to get it all the way onto the top and then like a decently thin / thick layer. I'm not sure. And then on top of the beans, you're gonna put your meat. Again, that's up to your desire too. And then you can also use like the impossible meat, or like I know they have like soy taco meat and stuff. You can use all of that stuff too. It doesn't need to be all meat. I did Lent, I think it was last year. So I did meatless. So what I did when I made the Mexican pizzas is I didn't even put meat at all. I just used the beans, no cheese, the salsa. Actually, I think that might have been it, and like the vegetables on top, and that was it. And it was still really good. A little bit more beans and meat. And there we go. And now let me show you what I have so far. So far I have just the bottom tortilla done, which is the crispier tortilla with the beans and the meat. And I have two of them done. And now on the more flimsier tortilla, remember I said I like to have one crispy on for the bottom and one not so crispy for the top. Thank you, Ginger. So again, and it's going to be very hot, especially if you're just heating everything up like I am. But be very careful. But I put the enchilada sauce just on the top, okay? And then I just place that with the enchilada sauce up on top of the crispy tortilla. Okay, so that's what we have so far, right? Now I'm gonna do another one because I'm making two Mexican pizzas right now. And I hope whoever's cooking along with me, I hope you guys are following along. Like I said, this is my first time doing it, so I'm a little nervous. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. And there we go. Oh, I see that. And I need a little bit more. Just like that. It's dripping a little bit, but that's okay. It's better when it's messy, I think. Okay, so now we take our cheese. And you can use whatever cheese you want. You can use a blend of cheeses. You can use Monterey Jack, cheddar cheese, even mozzarella if that's what you want or have. I'm not sure about Parmesan cheese, but if someone makes it with Parmesan cheese, will you let me know how it tastes? Or blue cheese. And I haven't thought about blue cheese either. And if someone makes it with Parmesan or blue cheese, please let me know. I'm very curious. So the cheese, just like the beans and the meat And actually all the toppings is up to your liking. If you want a lot of cheese, make a lot of cheese. If you want just a little sprinkle of cheese, then just do a little sprinkle of cheese. It's really up to you. This is why we're making it at home and not going to Taco Bell, because we can control our portions, our calories, and our happiness. Plus, then you kind of more or less know what is going into your food, right? Okay, so now let me show you what I have again. And this is just with the cheeses on top. So now, what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of the onions and whatever vegetables that you're gonna put on. And you can wait. My daughter likes it if I wait a little bit and they're still a little bit raw. So if you want to do that, you can do that also. But I'm just gonna put the onions on first. And a little bit of the tomatoes. And again, this is all I had, right? This is like all we could find and get at the store. But if you had jalapenos, you could put those on. If you had olives, you could do that. I mean, it's really anything you want. And I said you can even try with Parmesan cheese or blue cheese too. But okay, so now let me show you one last time what I have. And this is with the onions and tomatoes. Now we're gonna put them in the oven that you preheated to 400 degrees a little bit ago. And then we're gonna leave that in for 8 to 10 minutes. But honestly, I would check at 5 minutes because you never know. I know that when we moved here, I'm in Las Vegas right now. When we moved here from Hawaii, a lot of our food times had to change because I don't know why exactly people said it had to do with elevation. I'm not smart like that. That's what they told me. I kind of went with that. So yeah, as we're waiting for that, let me show you my little drink that I can, well, it's not really a drink. It's like a slush or a smoothie. Where is my fruit? Oh. So here we have just some frozen fruit we have. It's pineapple, strawberry, mango, and maybe peach. I'm not 100% sure. Now in my chopper with my little chopper thing, and don't ever touch these. They're super sharp. They come with a cover. I don't have it on right now because I'm using it. But it's super, super sharp, guys. 15 years. So one thing I did not show you yet, it's actually pretty important. This is why I wanted to make the drink today, is right here on your supersonic chopper, there is this hole, right? And it's kind of linear, if you can see. Now it comes with this funnel. This is your liquid funnel. And this also has a hole. I don't know if you can see, but it's linear also. But the reason we designed it this way is so you can control the flow of the liquid when you're when you're using it, okay? So it just clips into the hole. Well, not clip, but just snaps into the hole. And then I'm not sure if I can show you guys, but because the holes are 2 lines, when you turn the funnel, it either it starts from like a small teeny hole and it gets a little bit bigger. So you can just control how much of the liquid you're getting as you're using it, which I love it. Like I said, we use it for drinks and stuff all the time. So now we're just gonna take some of these frozen drinks or frozen fruits. I said you can use whatever fruit your little heart's desire. I saw this recipe for like frozen watermelon, I think it was, and orange juice, I think, and that looked really good too. Okay, so now you got your little frozen fruits in there, and you can use regular non-frozen fruits too if you want to. Add a little bit of juice. Well, a little bit more than little. But if you can see, this is it with the hole small. You saw it dripped a little bit. And then there. Now it's getting more and more flow. Which, like I said, is really amazing. I didn't even know this thing did that. I watched a little training video on it and it showed me and I was blown away. Just gonna empty that. I don't want no accidents. I'm just gonna empty that out. We'll try a little bit. There we go. That's just the one. Now I read this thing too, and it said that you can also make like ice cream or sorbet, kind of with what I'm doing now, but with like heavy cream or less juice. Since I'm trying to make a juice, I'm using juice. Or since I'm trying to make a slush, I'm using the juice. And it still looks a little bit chunky, but it also does not look as wet as I'd like. So again, we're just gonna add a little bit more. But first, I want us to check on our Mexican pizzas, okay? Okay, they smell pretty good. They're almost done. I like to just let them kind of cook since everything's cooked already. I like to just kind of let them cook until the cheese melts. And right now the house smells really good, guys. Like really good. But just like a blender, you know, maybe you gotta add a little bit more water or juice or milk in there for your correct consistency. And this is actually, you can still keep going if you want, but let me show you what it looks like now. This is actually how me and my daughter Liliana love it. It's kind of slushy, kind of thick, but there's like chunks of the fruit. That's exactly how we like it. But you guys can keep on going until it's smaller. I will go just a little bit longer. It's super good. It's super yummy. And then we've been experimenting with a little bit of gardening. So if you have like fresh vegetables in your yard or something, it's perfect. It's a perfect way to just use your ripe fruits or get rid of it. You can, like I said, make a sorbet, some type of cold drink. Oh, it's really cold. Yeah, okay. That's really good. So let me show you one more time. This is exactly how it looks now. And it's kind of like a slushy, right? And like on a cold, I mean, not cold, on a hot summer day, and like I said, we live in Las Vegas, so we're hitting our 100-degree weather right now.
That
If
looks
I don't,
good.
yeah, it's so good. Especially in the hot. If I don't have my water bottle here, if I don't have this, then I have something with this in it. Some type of fruit, cold, it's just really good. If you're over 21, you could add like some coconut rum in it too for your liquid if you are over 21. But I heard my brother laughing just now. He said over 21 too. But yeah, so now that's what we have. I'm not sure if I have a clear glass, so I can show you guys what it looks like. And make sure if you do use the coconut rum, don't drive. There's Ubers and stuff out there. But see, let me try and move it farther away. Maybe you can see better. And I say it's a little bit chunky, but this is how me and my daughter like it. And it's a little bit slushy too, because it was frozen. So it's like juicy and frozen and just, I don't know, it's just super good on a hot summer day when you're just relaxing, maybe on a Sunday after like we've done all the church stuff, all the house stuff. Just have a relaxing little drink by your pool maybe or something. But now I'm gonna go ahead and check on the Mexican pizzas again. Okay, guys, let me show you what we have. Okay. So here we go. See, now you can see that the cheese is melted. Don't touch it, it's very hot. I am gonna touch it, but just don't listen to me. Just I can touch it, but you can't. But there's the meat inside, the beans, everything's melted, everything's cooked. Now what I like to do now is add just a little bit more toppings. Because I said, I don't know, it's all about the way it feels, right? So when it's crunchy and it's warm and you get the little bit of like cold in your bite, it just feels really good. And so now I'm gonna, I don't know, do I cut into it? Do I give a piece to like my daughter or something? I don't know.
Sure.
Okay. Will you get Liliana? Oh, okay, never mind. She's napping. And no one wants to come on camera. But I'll just cut into it and then I'll show you guys what it looks like real quick. Do you want to take a bite on? It's fine. It was just a lid. It wasn't a Tupperware lid. That's why it fell. If it was a Tupperware lid, it would have stuck. So here's our Mexican pizza.
That looks really good.
I guess I did have to use the knife a couple of times. So I guess I lied. And then I usually just cut them into fours. Seems to be the easiest. That cheese pull, right? But yeah, there we go. This is our homemade Mexican pizza. Like I said, this is exactly, well, a little bit of improvising on the toppings, but this is exactly how we make it. I showed you guys this easy drink. It's super easy for you guys to make it at home.
Move your camera up a little so we can see your face.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, there.
Okay, I had to move you guys into the cabinet.
I know. Now you can. That's funny. I know how that is.
Anyone who's done one, there's like, yeah, that's the cabinet shot. But yeah, so there you go. There's the Mexican pizza, homemade Mexican pizza.
Now maybe you can move your camera down just a little bit and then hold up your drink and hold the pizza so we can see.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. And where's your drink? That looks so good. Yay! I think Karen's there taking pictures. She does take pictures a lot, so that's why I said that.
Okay.
That looks really good.
But yeah, there you guys go. It's like I said, it's super simple, super easy, and really, really yummy. If anyone wanted to be on camera, you could see their faces, but they're all gonna love it when they eat it.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Everybody
thank you
there
guys
is gonna
so
be
much.
so happy. I want to share with you folks a couple of different products because I have all my ingredients out here too, right? But thank you, Malina. That was thebomb.com. You did excellent. Thank you again. Okay, so let me pin. Oh, wait, okay. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, hi again, everybody. I just want to show you guys a couple of things, okay? Because, okay, I worked at Taco Bell, like I said, and they deep fry the flour tortilla in this fryer in a whole bunch of oil, and it fries in seconds practically. And that is the shell. But as Malina and I were talking to each other and messaging each other, of course, when you bake something, then it's going to be healthier. And actually, I remembered learning when I was really young that when you have something fried, it's like double the amount of calories and fat and all of that. So we want less of that, right? So yes, bake it in the oven, or you could just put it on your stove top with maybe just a little tiny bit of oil or butter. Doesn't have to be deep fried. But what I did was because Malina doesn't have it yet, but one day she will. I have the Tupperware Micro Pro grill, okay? So it's a grill that goes from 0 to 450 degrees in 3 minutes. So what I did, this is the first time I've done it. Well, I've put tortillas in there before, but I can't remember what I did and how long and all that good stuff. So for today, of what I can remember is, this is what I did, because I just wanted to try it, right? So I put 2 flour tortillas in the Micro Pro grill, okay? And I put it on, because there's a casserole position and there's a grill position. So I put it on the grill position and I put it in for 3 minutes and came out pretty crispy. So I'm pretty impressed. I might do it for 4 minutes. I'm gonna try again later. So anyways, came out pretty good though. I'm liking that. Okay, so that was that. And then I also wanted to show you this. So like Malina demonstrated, our supersonic chopper, okay? And like she said, and we always say, you use what you have at home, and you also make what your family eats, right? And we're not eating that much. Some of us, my husband Robert is not eating, well, I could say that much because once in a while he does, but not eating beef or pork. So we're not doing ground beef, although I wanted ground beef because that is how Taco Bell makes theirs, right? And I like taco flavored ground beef. So anyways, I had some in the freezer that I had made up already. It says taco meat. This is ground beef that I had made before, and we didn't eat it all, so I froze some. So anybody that wants some of this will be able to have some of this, right? It's already made up. Talk about plan ahead, plan overs. That's really great, right? So anyways, I did make ground turkey. Okay, so I used the Tupperwave 3-quart stack cooker. And when you're doing ground beef, you can use the strainer colander too. But I did not because ground turkey doesn't have that much fat, although it did have some liquid on the bottom, but it looks more like water. And I forgot to check how much pounds that was. Anyways, it was a package. It doesn't even say on there, but I did it for 5 minutes and then 2 separate minutes. So I would say maybe 8 minutes straight. And the ground beef is all, I mean, ground turkey is all cooked. Okay. And I use this. Our Costco sells this McCormick taco seasoning, and it's my favorite because it's all natural. There's no unnatural ingredients in this one. I am a big fan of this one. I love it. So anyways, I poured some of that in there. I did not add water, but the pieces are kind of chunky, and that's how it comes out when you cook it in the Tupperwave stack cooker. But I love to cook my ground beef or ground turkey, or if you want a ground chicken, then you could do that as well. And I love to cook my meat in there because it drains while it cooks, and you set it and let it. So that I love. Where's my chopper cover? Here we go. So I put the ground turkey in the supersonic, and I have my phone right there. You guys, I was watching on that one too. Then we'll go ahead and just pop that up. So you could make it finer if you want to. Okay. So look at that. Isn't that great? Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I also wanted to show you folks this, because I love to buy block cheese. I feel that it's healthier. It doesn't have all the chunks in it, and it tastes better. So we have I had it in here a while. It's getting a little soft, but a piece of cheese. Okay. And this is in our Fusion Master. And you're just going to go ahead and turn the handle. Whoops. Like so. Into a bowl and or container. And you could do any cheeses in here. And there's different attachments. So I always buy the aged Parmesan cheese and make my own. Oh my gosh, once you try that, that's the only way you're gonna want it. Okay. So this is the cone that I use for the Parmesan cheese, because then you want it to be smaller, finer. And this one has a bigger one, the cone. And then there's different attachments. So there's the one to grind your meat and different foods, not only meat. And then there's also, let's see. Oh, there's a shredder. So you could shred vegetables. And like, you know, Melina said, with our choppers, it just takes seconds. So we have the grate and the mincer. Oh, I forgot the spiralizer. Oh my gosh, the spiralizer is the bomb.com because you can spiralize. And I Googled once a long time ago. I Googled things that you could spiralize, and oh my gosh, there's a whole list. So that's really nice too. That's very popular actually. Okay, so I'm going to show you just a couple of other things. This is the small chopper, right? And I just have a little bit of green onion in there, which I had in my fridge smart in the refrigerator. And I really like the white part there, which is the part I'm cutting up because it has the most vitamins, flavor, and all that good stuff. So just chop up some green onions. Oh, wow, I did it a little too much, but that can go on the top of the Mexican pizza if you want green onions on it. Also, if you, yeah, if you want green onions on it, that's what I meant. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show you is a can opener. So I did have a can of refried beans, and I would rather make my own actually, but we're using cans. So I wanted to show you our can opener because we have the best can opener. I know people that have our can opener for almost 20 years, and it is such an awesome can opener. And I've heard at my parties and I've heard from customers, hostesses, and consultants that can openers are very expensive and they're not lasting. Ours last forever. So you just open the handles and you flush it against the can, you close it, you lift it. That's how you know it's on and it's working. You go around the top and you'll hear it click or you'll feel it get loose, and that's how you know that you're done. Sometimes you got to go around twice. It's not cutting the can, it's taking the vacuum release off the can. So there's no sharp edge. And then you use these little pinchers or beak, whatever you want to call it, to take the cover off just like that. Okay. So no sharp edge here, no sharp edge here because it's not cutting, it's taking the vacuum release off. What I really like about it best is that this part stays clean. It doesn't get any gunk or bacteria on it. It's very easy to use. Children, because I've taught them, and elderly, because I've taught them. And even people that have a hard time, like it's maybe arthritis or carpal tunnel, it's very easy to use. And most of our kitchen gadgets / tools are for right and left-handers. So anyways, I love our can opener. So I really, really had to show it to you folks. Oh, and then I did, because I had to slice the cheese so I could make it fit in the top of the Fusion Master. So I was like, oh, I gotta let everybody know that Tupperware has knives and they have lifetime warranty. If you're not familiar, Tupperware has a lifetime warranty against chipping, cracking, breaking, and peeling. So if anything ever happens to your Tupperware, you get a brand new one for free. But the knives have sheaths to them, so you can cover it. So when it's in the drawer, it'll be safe and no one will get cut. And or if you're going to go to a party or picnic, whatever have you, you could have this in the bag or picnic basket. I know before I used to just, before we had knives like this with the sheet on them, I would just wrap my knife in a towel, a kitchen towel, and just hope that myself or anybody else doesn't get cut. So I love these sheaths that protect them. And there's all different sizes and types of knives. This one is the chef's knife, but we have paring knife and a whole bunch of different ones. So you can check that out. And what I was gonna say too is because I know because I worked at Taco Bell, right? So they would assemble the Mexican pizza, and then I had to think about it, right? Because it was so long ago. I'm gonna be 53 this year, and I was 15 when I worked there for 3 years. But I had to think about it. So they put it through the assembly line, and then at the end of the assembly line was this little oven, so to speak, and put the cardboard that the was on. You put the Mexican pizza on the little tray, and then you put it on this metal holder, and then you stick it in the little oven, and then it would melt the cheese and stuff, right? Cook the top. And it took like a minute or something. I can't even remember how long it took, but it was fast. I know that because I know we want to get our orders out to the in-dining customers and the drive-through really quickly, right? Can you believe when I worked there, there was no drive-through? I worked at Mauna Loa Taco Bell, Mauna Loa Shopping Center. It's still there. And it was the busiest Taco Bell in the nation, especially on military payday, which is the 1st and the 15th, because we were right there by all the military bases. And our store manager was Mike, and Mike and Scott was my assistant manager, and they would run reports like every hour, I think it is. And yeah, we would have the highest sales in the country. So we were busting butt at that Taco Bell, you guys. But anyways, so when I first started working there, there was no drive-through, and then they built a drive-through. So I can remember like learning how to work the drive-through and all that good stuff. But anyways, what I thought about as Malina and I were planning this, and as I was making up the flyer and my blog and putting together the recipe, I thought, yes, if you're going to make a lot, then it would make sense to bake them all one time on a baking sheet, right? This is a Tupperware baking sheet, you guys. Sometimes we have these. If you ever get a chance to get one, OMG, get it. But anyways, if you're going to make a lot, of course, it makes sense to put, 4. Can you fit 4? I don't even think you could fit 4, but you could do 2 trays in your oven. So you could put 2 or use a bigger sheet and put as many as you can at one time. Of course, like Malina said, it only takes like 5 minutes, but if you're just going to do one, then you could just do the one. Or some people don't have an oven, you could just do the one in here. Once you have it assembled and you want the top to melt and cook, then you could just put it in your microwave, in your microwave grill for about 3 minutes probably. And if you have to do it longer, you could always put it back in, but you could test your, everybody's microwave is different. So you have to see, is it 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever have you, because we do personal pan pizzas and those really only take about 3 minutes. I need to do a demo on that, or maybe I could just share my demo on that because I did that several times, I think. But anyways, again, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Malina. That was so awesome. Thank you, everyone, for being on our Zoom. Thank you, everyone, for watching our replay. And thank you for joining us. And let's see, whenever you make a recipe, you're welcome. Thank you. Whenever you make a recipe, please share it on Facebook and Instagram and tag me in your share, in your post. I am Tracy Rosado Fernandez on Facebook, and on Instagram, I am Tupperware Party Queen. And again, thank you, everyone. Mahalo. Take care. Be safe. God bless. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Ahui ho, malama pono. Bye.